to record the lecture? Malek, do you have anything to say?
No, Doctor, you said if anyone used the laptop, just.
Yeah, okay. So please, if you want to record the lecture, that's fine. I can give you the permission. So Qais is recording, or is recording the lecture, and he's going to share it with you. Thank you, Qais.
You're welcome, of course.
So last time we started chapter 3. Just to save time, we are going to start, and then your colleagues can join us. We started chapter 3, syntax, and we said, as we discussed, rules or morphological rules, the rules for combining morphemes together to form words. Now in syntax, we focus on the rules for combining words to get phrases and the clauses and sentences. And also we focused on the fact that in syntax, we use a limited number of rules to generate or to produce and understand unlimited of possible sentences or novel sentences that have never been used or spoken or heard before. And we said that this is part of human language productivity or creativity. So when we use one rule, we can use this rule to produce many examples or many novel sentences that have never spoken or heard before. Now, we need to move. I think Rania is going to present pages 81 and 82, and I'm going to explain these two titles until we reach page 81. Zainab, are you there? Sorry, Rania.
Yes,
Rania Al-Azzam?
Doctor.
Rania.
Doctor. Oh.
Yes, you're going to present 81, right?
Constituents and constituents test.
Okay. So I'm going to present or explain these two titles until we reach your part. Now, this is what the syntax rules do. Remember, we said that we have phonetic rules, phonological rules, morphological rules, syntactic rules, semantic rules, and so on. So we have rules. All of them form grammatical rules. All of them form the grammar of the language. So grammar doesn't mean syntax, or grammar doesn't mean syntax alone. Grammar doesn't or is not equivalent to syntax only. Grammar includes the rules of phonetics, phonology, syntax, semantics, and we said when we add these rules to our mental dictionary or our lexicon, we get our linguistic knowledge. Now, in this chapter, we will focus on syntax. So now, what the syntax rules do? Why do we need syntactic rules? Remember, at the very beginning of this chapter, we said that syntax, as Malek nicely presented, that syntax is the study of word order, the study of sentence structure. And this structure must be governed by rules. This structure must be governed by rules. And we can't leave these rules, these sentences without rules. So when we want to structure a sentence, when we want to build a sentence, we need to order the words of the clause or the sentence in a way that conforms to the syntactic rules. Now, have a look at 1 and 2, please. You know this asterisk, this star, what does it mean? In syntax, what does this asterisk mean?
Something ungrammatical.
Yes, it means that something is ungrammatical. So why is sentence A grammatical but sentence B ungrammatical. So maybe in the exam, yes, Malek, if I give you these two sentences and I ask you why, then the answer, Malek, should be?
It is not ordered true. It is not ordered. It is not in a correct order.
Okay, good. So read this. The rules of syntax combine words into phrases and phrases into sentences. Among other things, this is the answer. The rules of syntax define the correct word order for a language. So if I ask you why 1 is grammatical and 2 is ungrammatical, the answer should be that sentence 1 follows the correct word order of English or in English. We have the president subject, nominated a verb, and your Supreme Court justice is the direct object. So here we have the president. This is a noun phrase, and it precedes the verb. Then we have the verb. Then we have a determiner, then an adjective, another adjective, a noun that functions as an adjective, then the head word justice. But in 2, president, the Supreme and New Justice Court are nominated. So the problem in 2 is that sentence 2 does not follow the what?
The word order, or the correct word order.
Yes, does not follow the rules or the syntactic rules of word order in English.
So it does not follow or does not conform to.
Does not conform. Yes, yeah, does not conform to the rules of word order. Because here, the must precede the noun in English. And the object must, or the verb must precede the object. Because English is as an SVO language, the subject, then the verb, then the object. So this is one thing. So if I ask you, what do the rules of syntax do? 1, you need to say the syntax of the rules of syntax. Combine words into phrases and the phrases into sentences. This means that the rules of syntax define the correct word order for a language. So 1, what do syntax rules do? They define the correct word order for a language. Give an example, you can use 1 and 2. Or you can say, John ate the apple yesterday, or an apple yesterday, this is correct. But apple and yesterday ate John, then this is not grammatical because it does not conform to the rules or the syntactic rules of the correct word order. Not only that, so syntactic rules do more than this. The rules of the syntax also specify what? The grammatical relations of a sentence. What do we mean by grammatical relations? If I ask you,
I think the functional words in the sentence.
Grammatical relations. So we said that in 1, syntactic rules define the correct word order. Number 2, the rules of syntax specify the grammatical relations of a sentence. So grammatical relations, when we say grammatical relations,
That's the subject.
These are relations, Qais.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent, yes. These are relations, not words. Grammatical words are function words. Yes?
Yeah, I know that, but grammatical words, they relate. There's a relation between them and another words in the sentences.
Yes. But this is at the word level. When we say function words or
Okay.
grammatical words, Yes, at the level. But when we talk about syntax, at the level of syntax, at the level of sentence, when we say the grammatical relations in the sentence or the grammatical relations of a sentence, we mean the subject, the verb, the indirect object, the direct object, and so on. So who is doing what to who? Like, have a look at 3. Have a look at 3. You will see why syntax is important. Now 3, your dog chased my cat. 4, my cat chased your dog. These 2 sentences have identical words, right? They have identical words. Your dog chased my cat, but do they have the same meaning?
No, of course not.
No, doctor.
They don't.
They don't, of course.
Of course. So in sentence 3, the dog is doing something to the cat. So the dog is chasing or chased the cat. So the dog is the subject and the cat is the object. In 4, it is the other way around. The cat is doing something to the dog. So the subject is the cat and the object is the dog. Does this difference in word order result in difference in meaning?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course.
Yes, of
So this difference in word order leads to or results in a difference in the grammatical relations. And this difference in grammatical relations leads to a difference in meaning. Aya?
Doctor, why we have why we here didn't have a semantic ambiguities? Because of in the logical meaning that we know that the cat impossible to chase the dog.
Okay. But yeah, you're right. You're right. Mainly we expect that the dog chased the cat. But this is also 4 is also grammatical. We have subject, we have verb, we have object. I know that 3 is more kind of normal, but 4 is fine also. What if the cat what if the cat likes to chase or follow dogs? And this is the exception rather than the rule. But syntactically speaking here, our point, and Aya, this is a good question. This affects the meaning. When we say this affects the meaning, what do we mean? This affects the semantics of the sentence. Because semantics is what?
The meaning.
The logical
Yes.
meaning.
The meaning.
No, semantics is the study of meaning. Semantics is the study of meaning. So the meaning of 3 is different from the meaning of 4. Why? Because at the lexical level, we have your in 3, your in 4, dog in 3, dog in 4, chased in 3, chased in 4, my cat in 3, my cat in 4. So at the lexical level, sentences 3 and 4 have identical words. But the only difference is the order of the grammatical relations. The grammatical relations are different. In 3, so here, don't be confused. In 1 and 2, just I want to say something about 1 and 2. In 1 and 2, we have the president and we have the president that. So the word order is wrong. The word order is what? In 1 and 2. In 1 and 2, the word order is wrong. But in 3 and 4, the word order is not wrong. The word order is correct in 3. The word order is correct in 4. But the difference is that the grammatical relations are different. The dog is the subject in 3 and the object in 4, and vice versa in 4. My cat is the subject, is the object in 3 and the subject in 4. So this change or this difference in the grammatical relations results in difference in meaning. And these syntactic rules specify the grammatical relations. Specify the grammatical relations, because the syntactic rules say the noun phrase before the verb in English is the subject, and the noun phrase after the verb is what?
Object.
Is what?
Object.
Is the object.
Yeah.
This is a syntactic rule. The NP preceding the verb is the subject, and the NP following the verb is the object. Okay, this is the unmarked order, because English is SVO. This is a syntactic rule. Now, this syntactic rule specifies the grammatical relations. So your dog is the NP preceding the verb in 3, so your dog is the subject, and my cat is the NP following the verb in 3, so it is the object. Now in 4, the NP my cat precedes the verb, so it is the subject, and your dog is the NP following the verb, and it is the object. So what specifies the grammatical relations in the sentence?
Syntactic rules.
Syntactic
rules. Excellent. Yes, syntactic rules. Not only that, so far, what do syntactic rules do? What do the rules of syntax do? 1, they define the correct word order. 2, they specify the grammatical relations of a sentence. 3, the word order of a sentence is crucial to its meaning. The sentence, have a look at 5 and 6. I mean what I say what I mean. Exactly the same word. I, mean, what, I, say, exactly the same words. But the only difference is the word,
Meaning, doctor.
the word order. Why the meaning? So yes, of course. So 5 and 6 have different meanings. So 5 and 6 have different meanings, although they have the same words. Why do 5 and 6 have different meanings?
Because the word order is
different
different.
in the order.
Excellent, because of the different word order. So this is different from 1 and 2. 1 and 2, 1 is grammatical because it follows or conforms to the rules of syntax. 2 is ungrammatical because it does not conform to the rules of the syntax rules of syntax. 5 and 6 both are grammatical, but they are different in meaning because the word order is different. Although the word order in 5 is correct, 5 follows the correct word order. 6 follows the correct word order. But this order, this different order of words results in difference in meaning. Okay? So I mean what I say is different in meaning from I say what I mean. Right?
Yeah, of course.
Of course, okay. Now, a very important question. Do grammaticality and meaningfulness represent the same thing? Are they the same?
No, doctor.
No, doctor.
Because
No, they are not.
The sentence is correct grammatical. It's grammatically correct, but it is.
Dr.
It has a false meaning.
Excellent.
Or didn't give you.
Dr. Like the sentence Malak gave us in the last lecture. I'm not. I don't remember it, but it was grammatical, and it follows the word order, the correct word order, but there's no meaning. It's not meaningful.
Yes, exactly. Have a look at these two sentences. Chomsky used the first sentence, colorless green ideas sleep furiously.
It doesn't have
this is the same sentence that I'm talking about.
So syntactically speaking, this sentence is grammatical.
Yes, correct.
This sentence is well formed.
But
so
according to semantics, it is wrong sentence.
Yes, and remember that we have an interface, تداخل between syntax and semantics.
Yes.
Now, syntactically speaking, colorless green ideas sleep furiously is a grammatical sentence, a well-formed sentence, because it conforms to the syntactic rules of word order. Colorless adjective, green adjective, they both modify ideas, the noun, the subject, and we have a verb, sleep, and then furiously is an adverb that modifies the verb sleep. But the problem here is not in the structure or the grammar of the sentence, the structure of the sentence. The problem here is in its meaning. In chapter 4, inshallah, we will know or we'll see that this is an anomalous sentence, anomaly, like we say, anomalous sentence. We know why, because we as human beings, we judge sentences according to our knowledge of the real world. Our knowledge of the world, mainly the real world. So in this sentence, the problem is not syntactic, the problem is semantic. This means this is an evidence, a piece of evidence. This is a piece of evidence that grammaticality and meaningfulness are not the same thing. Because this sentence is grammatical but meaningless. Why meaningless? Because we know. Can anyone explain what are the problems in this sentence?
Can I, doctor?
Yes.
The subject is the unit that says something about the unit that says something about which event. But in this sentence, the predicate doesn't give an useful idea or a useful information about the subject.
Okay, good. Malek, can we give more details, Malek and Aya?
Yes, doctor. First of all, it doesn't make sense.
Excellent. It doesn't make sense.
Then we have a problem in the meaning itself. How colorless then green?
Excellent. Bravo.
Yes, and we know that the ideas didn't sleep.
Excellent.
And
Bravo.
no one sleep furiously.
Okay. So
the subject didn't do the verb.
If something is colorless, how come Aya it is green? Right? Aya?
Right.
If something is colorless, so how come it is green? Colorless? No
yes.
color. Colorless? Yes, colorless means colorless. It has meaning. Okay, yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. If something is colorless, then it doesn't have a color. It can't, if something, this is semantics, not syntax. Because we said that syntactically speaking, this sentence is fine. But semantically, no. If something is colorless, it cannot be green. And we know that we have, this is one problem. Another problem is that ideas In reality, here, forget the metaphorical meaning. المعنى البلاغي. No, we are talking about normal or regular usage. Ideas don't have colors, right?
Right.
We say this is a good idea, this is a bad idea, but we don't say this is a green idea. Metaphorically we can, but in normal usage. So ideas, this is problem number 2. Ideas don't get or don't have colors. And ideas don't sleep. Right?
Right.
And ideas don't sleep.
About the subject.
Do we have other problems?
Yes, the adverb.
What's the problem with the adverb?
Should modifies the verb, but it doesn't.
No. The adverb could come after the verb. This is right.
The adverb.
The problem is of the meaning of the adverb.
Syntactically speaking, there is no problem of having the adverb after the verb. This is correct. And furiously modifies sleep. How do colorless green ideas sleep? The answer is furiously. But the question is, it's not in the it is not in the syntax. It is in the semantic. Sleep furiously. You know the meaning of furiously?
Yeah, of course. Angrily.
Yes.
Angrily, yes.
There's no one could sleep angrily or furiously.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is in the meaning that furiously. What do we mean by sleep furiously? So do we have some people sleep furiously and some people sleep not furiously? When you sleep, you sleep.
Yeah, of course, absolutely.
Okay, so Chomsky used this sentence to show that grammaticality is one thing and meaningfulness is another thing. And he said that this sentence is perfectly fine at the level of syntax. Syntactically speaking, it is well formed, it is grammatical, but semantically speaking, it is not. Have a look at the second sentence. A verb crumpled the milk. Syntactically speaking, a determiner, then a subject, then a verb crumpled, then the milk object. So these sentences do not make sense, but they are syntactically fine. If we say furiously sleep, ideas green, colorless, or milk the crumpled verb so here this is syntactically and semantically wrong or ungrammatical or ill-formed because they don't follow the correct word order, and also they don't make sense. Okay. I'm going to leave this part. So I want to focus, I want you to know that so here we said grammaticality does not depend on the truth values of the sentence. Grammaticality does not depend on the truth of sentences. What do you mean by the truth value?
Can I, Doctor?
Remember in the sentence, colorless green ideas sleep furiously?
Yes, truth of the sentence is the ability of the sentence to give you a specific meaning.
Mm-hmm. Now, if grammaticality depends on the truth value, then colorless green ideas, sleep furiously, must be defined as ungrammatical. But what did we say about colorless green ideas, sleep furiously, syntactically speaking?
Correct. It is a grammatical.
Yes. So in the exam, if I give you the question or I ask you colorless green ideas, the following sentence, colorless green ideas, sleep furiously, is syntactically well formed. True, false?
True.
True. True, yes. Although it's a truth, it doesn't have a truth value. It doesn't have a truth value, but it's grammatical. This means what? That grammaticality does not depend on the truth of sentences. Okay? And not only in the real world, nor does it refers to grammaticality, depend on whether real objects are being discussed. So sometimes we can have grammatical sentences, although they talk about unreal objects or things, like the unicorn or the dragon. Okay, so this means, can you see this sentence? Untrue sentences can be grammatical. Sentences discussing unicorns can be grammatical, and sentences referring to pregnant fathers can be grammatical. Okay.
Pregnant fathers?
Can be grammatical.
Yeah, of course. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, if someone said, I mean, mistakenly said that my father is pregnant. In this case,
yeah, it's a grammatical.
Grammatically speaking or syntactically speaking, this is what?
Grammatical.
This sentence is grammatical.
Yeah.
Follows the rules.
But
Semantically speaking,
it is untrue. It is not true. It is not true. Why? Because its truth value, it doesn't have a truth value. Because we know that fathers can't be pregnant.
the father can't be pregnant.
Yes. Also, if we say the toothbrush is pregnant, grammatically speaking, this is fine. Syntactically speaking, this sentence is well formed. But semantically speaking, no. We know that this sentence has a problem with its truth value. We know that toothbrushes cannot be pregnant. Now, the last thing, the ability to produce, understand, and judge. So not only produce, the level of production, the ability to produce, understand, comprehension, and judge whether the sentence is grammatical or not, acceptable or not. The grammaticality of a sentence depends on what? The ability to produce, understand, and judge the grammaticality of a sentence depends on what?
It is follow the grammatical concept or the grammatical lexicon.
Whether it conforms to the unconscious rules of our mental grammar that we have in our minds as speakers or native speakers of that language, of the language, or unconscious. So these rules are unconscious. That's why you, as a native speaker of Arabic, you open your mouth, you move your tongue and your lips, and you speak. Do you think of the rules while you are speaking? No.
It becomes a span.
Yeah, Or do you think of the rules when you hear something and you want to understand it?
No.
No. Or when we judge the grammaticality of a sentence. Sometimes we as native speakers, we don't think of the rules, but we say that this is ungrammatical. So if I tell you
So we just
ولد امبارح سندويشة أكل. So you automatically say this sentence is ungrammatical, right?
right.
That's why it is unconscious.
Unconsciously, yeah.
Unconscious, yeah. Unconsciously you can give the answer. If I ask you why, then you need to explain. You can explain that, okay, yeah, we can say ولد il. In Arabic, we say الولد. So the article precedes the noun. Okay, and this mental grammar is different from the prescriptive grammar rules that we are taught in school. So, you know the prescriptive grammar, do you still remember that?
Yes, doctor.
Yeah, of course.
The prescriptive grammar is something that we need to learn. Say this, don't say this. This is okay, this is not okay. The prescriptive grammar is the grammar that tells people how they should speak according to some standards, according to rules. But the ability to produce, understand, and judge the grammaticality of a sentence depends on whether it conforms to the unconscious rules of our mental grammar. Okay, so this is different from the prescriptive grammar. Good. This is what, or these points summarize what syntactic rules do. Now, after talking about the syntactic rules, we need to study something about the sentence structure. Like when we say in English, of course, the sentence has structure. Now, a very nice sentence, the job of the linguist. You know the linguist is someone who is specialized in linguistics, someone who studies language, scientifically, someone who studies language scientifically.
Like you, Doctor.
Okay, and like you, inshallah. And the job of the linguist is to describe the structure of the sentences, in a language in a way that matches the linguistic knowledge of its speakers. So the linguist cannot work in isolation from the linguistic knowledge of the speaker of the language, the speakers of the language. So he analyzes or describes the structure of the sentence in a language in a way that matches the linguistic knowledge of its speakers.
Yeah,
Now,
this has been mentioned before on descriptive grammar. Yeah.
Yes,
I remember
yes,
that.
of course. Now have a look at one. The child found a puppy. So this is the sentence, and here we have 5 words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even this is called article, but let's say, okay, we have that, we have the child, we have found, we have we have puppy. And in the previous section, we noticed, what do the rules of syntax do? We noticed that word order is an important aspect of syntactic knowledge. And this shows that English is an SVO language. We have the child, subject, found, verb, a puppy is object. Good. Now, Chomsky and his colleagues argued that in our minds, so yes, we know how to speak. When we hear something, we understand what we hear, but technically, there are many things that happen inside our heads, inside our brains, our minds, our brains, I would say. when we speak. Maybe we don't think of this, but technically Chomsky said that the sentence is not stored as a whole unit in our minds or brains. So we don't have ready-made sentences in our minds or in our brains. You see the machine, sometimes we have the Pepsi machines or the crisps or these machines. If you put a coin, let's say quarter or half a JD, then you press on Pepsi or Coke or whatever, and then tick, 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 and then you receive it. No, Chomsky said that the sentences are not ready-made in our brains, in our minds. Sentences come in the form of chunks. You know the meaning of chunks? Chunks, parts, like phrases. So
like in a sequence.
Exactly. Yes. So we don't have a canned sentence like جملة جاهزة معلبة in our brains. And when you press on the button, it comes to your tongue or to your mouth. The child found a puppy. No. Chomsky said that we have this sentence comes in chunks, parts, أجزاء. So we say the child found a puppy. The child found a puppy. Yes, we don't pause and we say the child found a puppy. The child found a puppy. The child. Don't say the child found a puppy. We don't speak like this. We say the child found a puppy, but this sentence is not ready is not ready made, is not canned in our brains. So that's why Chomsky suggested what he called the syntactic trees. So this is a tree, but it is different from real trees. Why? Because in real trees, the root is what?
The verb.
The root is what in real trees, Hamza? I'm asking about trees in real life, in the real world.
In the bottom.
Where's the root in the tree?
In the bottom.
Under the
Yes.
ground.
Underground. Yes. So we have the roots in the real world, in real trees. We have the roots underground. Then we have the trunk. Then we have the branches. Then we have the leaves. But in syntactic trees, in the case of syntactic trees, they are upside down. مقلوبة. Not مقلوبة the meal, الأكلة, if you are hungry, but this is upside down. So the root is at the top. Then we have the branches, the lines between nodes and the nodes or the words. This is called tree diagram. And here, this shows the hierarchical structure. So a puppy is a unit that is embedded within a larger unit. Found a puppy, and with the child, they form the whole S or sentence. You see here, the tree diagram in 2 embodies the hypothesis that these words are organized into subunits or subtrees, and that speakers mentally represent sentences not as flat strings of words, but as complex structures with an internal organization. What do we call these subunits? They are called constituents. Constituents or constituents. So here, this is a sentence that the child found a puppy. But we notice that this part, a puppy, is a subunit of found a puppy.
The predicate.
Yes.
The whole predicate.
So this is
have
the
a
whole
branch,
predicate. The
and
whole.
subject,
Yes.
and the subject in another branch.
Yes. So here, this is the subject, the child. This is the subject, the child. And this is the predicate, found the puppy. Within the predicate, we have a smaller unit or a subunit, which is a puppy. This is called internal organization. And sometimes we call it hierarchical structure. Hierarchical structure. That something is included in something else. You see, this is what I mentioned. This is what I said. The words a and puppy form a constituent. So like we say, the child found what? What's the answer?
A puppy.
A puppy. A puppy. So a puppy is a constituent. We also can represent constituents by using square brackets. So a puppy, if we say a puppy, so a puppy, if we put it in square brackets in syntax, square brackets in syntax, square brackets mean constituent. So either in the tree we have them like this within a circle, or within square brackets, between square brackets, and we mean that this is a constituent. Rani Al-Azam will show us how we'll answer the question, how do we judge a group of words as a constituent or not? I'm going to leave this to her. So now, a puppy is a constituent. Now, what about found a puppy? If we ask the question, what did the child do? What's the answer?
Found a puppy.
Found a puppy.
Did find a puppy, yeah.
The predicate is a constituent in this case. The predicate is a constituent. Also, if we said, who found the puppy?
The child.
The child. So the child is another constituent. So now in the exam, if I give you this tree, and then I ask you, how many constituents do we have in this tree?
3.
Excellent. The child, a puppy, and found a puppy. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Now, the and child and found and a and puppy, we call these nodes. Nodes. What is a node? A node is the end of the branch. So this is a branch, فرع. The end of every branch is a node. The end of every branch is a node. Now we use words. The and child and found and puppy. Later, maybe we are going to use the or an or v for verb and for noun. These are called labels. But what is a node? A node is the end of a branch. Please?
Yes, doctor. So here we have the node is the article the.
Yes, yes.
We could have another article or just articles. We could have something else.
No. We can, of course, we can have, let's say we can have some children, few children, many children.
Maybe the directors.
Yeah.
All
Sure.
the directors, yeah.
Yeah, and like we would call them determiners or articles or sometimes determiners. Yeah, in syntax we call them determiners.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I ask you a question, you're very welcome. So here, the child is a constituent. A puppy is a constituent. Found a puppy is a constituent. Now, if I ask you the question, found a is a constituent or not?
No.
The answer is given,
but there are notes.
So found a or found a, this is not a constituent. Why?
Because isn't a one unit or a single unit?
Yes, of course. Cannot be. This is not one unit. How do we know? I leave this. I leave this to Rania. I leave this to Rania.
Okay.
So Rania, now unfortunately we have 4 minutes. So next time I think Rania will start. So far we said 1. Okay. Rania will start constituents and constituency tests. And then after Rania, I think we have Aya Ghawanme.
Yes.
Aya, what's your part? The structural ambiguity? 83 to 85?
Numbers,
83?
yes.
83 to 85. Structural ambiguity, right?
Yes, and syntactic categories.
No, I think this is too much for you. Oh yeah, okay. Are you alone or you have a group? Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, Aya?
لحالي ما مع حدا.
Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to help you. And then we have Aya Ghawa. Okay, Aya. Surah Ismail and Bushra and Noor. 88. So we don't have anyone for lexical. Oh yeah, because there's a blank page here. We'll have, I'm going to do this, and then we'll have a blank page, and then we will have 88.
Can I do lexical, doctor? Can I?
Hamza, I can save you to something else, because here it is just one blank page. So Surah Ismail and Bushra and Noor, 88 until 92. And of course, I'm going to help you with the phrase structure rules. 92. And as I said, we have Qais, 93 until 95.
Yeah.
And then, as I said, we are going to stop. Just
We're done with syntax.
Yes, the internal structure of the phrases. I'm going to leave this. And we are going to move to semantics. Okay. So Rania, be ready. Rania. So please, Rania, be ready next time to show us the meaning of a constituent and the constituency tests. The 3 constituency tests, or sometimes 4. Sometimes they are 3, sometimes they are 4, and this is gonna be your part. And Aya,
Yes,
because Rania will present pages 81 and 82. Okay.
Okay.
Aya, be ready also, be ready next time, please, to start talking about structural ambiguity. You will not finish next time, but you can start. You can start structural ambiguity, okay?
Okay, good willing.
Okay. Do you have anything to ask about?
دكتور ملك
Hamza?
رافعيتها.
Sorry?
ملك رافعيتها دكتور، يمكن بدها تجاوب شغلة.
Yeah, I'm asking. Yeah, okay, Malek.
Yes, Doctor, please, I want to ask, just we judge how many constituents depends on the nodes or in the branches?
No, not the branches, the nodes. Inshallah, next time, Malek, we will discuss the constituency tests. How can we ask, or how can we have some tests to make sure that this is a constituent or not?
They are at the end of the branches.
دكتور يعني الجملة the child found a puppy هي 3 مش 2.
No, we have the child, this is one constituent, we have a puppy, and then we have found a puppy. Because I said, Malek, that sometime, remember when we said the internal organization? Internal, داخلي, internal organization. So a puppy is included or embedded within a larger constituent, which is found a puppy. And found a puppy is included within the larger sentence, the child found a puppy. We will talk more about this next time, inshallah. Surah?
دكتور هيك احنا يوم الأربعاء رح نشرح.
So next Monday, we will have Rania and Aya. Maybe Aya will need to finish on Wednesday. So yeah, Surah, be ready on Wednesday, next Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay. And okay, that's fine.
Doctor, I want to ask a question.
Yeah, sure.
Doctor, when we finish this this course, an introduction to language or an introduction to linguistics, we have like four courses depends on this
Yes.
Yeah, on this course. We have morphology as itself, as it's you know,
Morphology as
an entire
course.
Yeah. Yes. Morphology and syntax and so on. I want you to
syntax and semantics.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Morphology, syntax, semantics. Yes.
Applied linguistics, Doctor.
Yes, applied not that much, but yes.
Now the question is, I want you to give me an advice, like what is the first thing when I begin with what? I begin with morphology, then syntax, then semantics?
After this course, you start with syntax.
After this course, syntax.
Syntax. Then morphology is an elective, I think. اختياري, or is it in your new?
It is obligatory, Doctor.
It's compulsory.
It is compulsory?
Yeah, it's compulsory.
Oh yeah, maybe, yeah. My time, yeah. My time it was one of the electives, yeah.
No, it's optional.
So I would say start with syntax. Then you can take semantics or morphology, both. I mean,
you recommend what?
So I recommend that you start with syntax first.
Syntax, then semantic, then morphology.
Syntax, semantics, morphology, or syntax, morphology, semantics. It doesn't matter. But start with syntax.
Doctor, you always take these courses? You always teach them?
I teach linguistics, introduction to linguistics, and syntax. Dr. Yusuf Badr teaches morphology, and semantics sometimes Dr. Aziz, sometimes Dr. Hussein Abeidat, or both of them. Yeah.
دكتور رح تاخذ syntax على الفصل الجاي؟
I think so, inshallah.
I would really be happy if I take it with you, Doctor.
Inshallah. Thank you so much.
Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm gonna stop here, and then inshallah I'll meet with you next Monday, and we will continue and we'll carry on. And regarding your marks, I decided to give you 2 extra marks for everyone.
Thank
Okay.
you so much.
دكتور يعطيك العافية.
Thank you دكتور.
You're very welcome. And Hamza, we will talk about the makeup next week, inshallah. Okay, be ready for the makeup next week.
Thank you دكتور.
دكتور متى حتنزل العلامات؟
Guys, maybe this week or during the weekend.
You know my mark. Tell me my mark if you know it.
Leave it with the bonus. Leave it with the bonus.
Okay, doctor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You will see it with the bonus.
عاملة عملية دكتور بالحنجرة.
Okay, Hamza. We will discuss every case. I mean, individually, case by case. Okay.
Okay, دكتور.
Don't worry. Okay.
هي ما بتقدر تحكي معك لأنها عاملة عملية بالحنجرة.
Okay. Just tell her to send me an email.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much. Take care and be safe. Sorry, Malak, you want to say something or I didn't see your hand.
أسألك بس إنه هم علامتين زيادة مع علامات البرزنتيشن ولا هم كلهم علامتين؟
No, Malak, I decided just in order to be fair, مشان العدالة, I decided to give you 2 extra marks for all, and those who present will be given 3 extra marks in the final, inshallah. I promise.
يعني علامتين على المد و3 على الفاينل.
دكتور ليش طيب احنا حاطين على المد؟
2 for everyone. 2 for everyone. And 3 for those who are going to present. Okay?
Okay, doctor.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Sora?
دكتور أنا ما فهمت يعني نحن اللي بنعمل presentation ما رح ناخذ هدلاك العلامتين.
No. 2 for everyone in the class.
Okay.
علامتين للكل على المد يعني.
Yes.
وثلاثة بس للي بيشرح ولا اللي بيكتب.
And 3 extra marks for those who present in the final, inshallah. But I didn't want Sora to include them in the mid because some of you will be presenting after the mid.
Yes.
And even some students sent me the presentations, the slides. What if for any reason you will not be able to present? You see what I mean?
ما احنا حكينا لك اذا ما زبطت الامور تخصم لنا اياهم من الفاينل.
No, why should I do? I mean, why I don't like to اخصم any علامة for my students. I want to help and I want to be fair. I want to help and I want to be fair. Okay, so I don't like to أخصم علامات from my students. Hamza?
ملك؟ لك شغلة؟
يس ملك.
دكتور أنا بالمد رايح لي أكثر من 5 علامات صراحة يعني. وأنا قدمت يعني برزنتيشن، في مجال تضيف لي العلامات على كلهم على المد.
Okay, this is a nice
والله احنا خبصنا بالمد يعني بلكي بالفاينل زبطنا.
I'm gonna give you 3 extra marks in the final. I promise you.
دكتور لو ما نقصنا علامات بالفاينل إنه لو جبنا
هيك حيزيدهم يعني دكتور.
In this case, if you get a full mark in the final, so say alhamdulillah and don't think of the 3 marks. And I'm gonna give you full mark in participation and attendance and quizzes and assignments. Sorry.
دكتور أنا كيف مشاركتي عندك لحد الآن؟
You are excellent, Hamza.
Excellent ولا البست دكتور؟ I am excellent or I am the best? I want to be the best.
No, we have
excellent. Is not enough.
We have Qais, we have Malak, we have Aya. I don't want to mention the names because maybe I forget to say a name of an excellent student and this is going to be unfair. But Hamza, you're excellent. Okay.
Okay, Doctor.
Okay. Thank you so much. I'll meet with you inshallah next Monday. Thank you.